So we're out here getting ready to get into these hives. It's not a very good day for this. They're a little upset. We had a really bad storm come through here, high winds and rains. About 1 o'clock this morning. It's about noon right now. But we work when we have the time to work. And normally I wear a hood, but I don't wear gloves. Today I will be wearing gloves, just because I know they're not in a good mood. Main reason for going in here today, checking on their winter stores. I'm feeding. I got another video I'll put up with my feeder. I'm also going to put some pollen in here for them, and I need to check on my hive beetle traps. Hive beetles got really bad here back in the end of September, about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I put some traps in. I've caught quite a few so far, but I need to check and see how things are going with that. So I'm going to put this hanger on here to make things a little easier. See what we can see. So I'm a first-year beekeeper, and obviously bees create propolis to lock down the hives, close in all of the air gaps, keep unwanted critters out of here from robbing their honey. But not having an experience, I'm not sure, but I sure do feel as if my bees create an awful lot more propolis than what I've seen in other videos on YouTube. Well, that's probably just my imagination. And of course, because I'm filming this, it wants to be difficult today. So let's see if we can't get this one freed up. Still far enough to the outside, we shouldn't be worried about rolling the queen, although it's always a possibility. Hive beetles are atrocious in this. Put this up here to the camera. Hopefully that's auto-focusing. You see all those hive beetles? That is completely untenable. These bees are not going to make it through winter if I can't get these things kicked. So we're going to end up seeing, the trap is between the upper and the lower brood box right now. We'll get there and see what that looks like here eventually, but I want to take a look at a few more frames up top before we do that. This frame has some nice honey going on in it, a little bit of pollen storage, but still way too many hive beetles for them to survive. We got a nice heavy frame here. Joining out and storing some nice honey. There's a lot of nectar in here. Far fewer hive beetles here. They've apparently done a pretty good job of keeping them to the outside 2 or 3 frames. But we're still going to need to give them a hand with that. Lots of nectar being stored in here. Look at one more frame here in the center, and then I'm going to get us into the bottom brood box. Got a few hive beetles in here, but there is a lot of nectar. This is a heavy, heavy frame. Same on this side. Lots of nectar in there. So the feeder's obviously working. I came out here just before the Homesteaders of America conference 2.5 weeks ago, when I first put my 5-gallon feeder out, and these hives were completely empty of winter stores. One of the hives had possibly 1/4 of a frame of honey. That was it. The other ones were completely empty. There was some drone, or there was some brood. There was a little bit of pollen stored, but no nectar, no honey capped. Had me very worried, so I did the 5-gallon feeder, which I have in another video. Put that out, got back from the conference, and that had me worried because they hadn't touched it. I don't think a single bee had found it. Ended up taking 12 days from the time that I put that feeder out to the time that the bees found it. Once they found it, they emptied it quickly. It was about 2.5 days, I guess, to completely empty 25 pounds of sugar. Got enough propolis on here. I have trouble getting these frames back in. A little bit of smoke. And I'm going to come down here and check out this hive beetle trap. Scrape the propolis off of there. I don't know how well that's going to come out on camera. You can see we've captured quite a bit of beetles. When I came out here last week, the top brood box was completely empty. So I moved the top brood box to the bottom and the bottom to the top. Now I want to get in here and see if they're doing anything in this bottom box. Not much of anything going on down here. Got one hive beetle. Part of an old queen cup that looks like it was never filled. Go ahead and break that out. A lot more bee activity on this side of the box, so I'm going to go ahead and pull a frame from over there. See if they got any brood going. This is my first year. I'm not sure how much brood they should be making to carry into winter. I'd imagine not much. But it would make me feel better if I saw a little bit in here, as I'm not taking the time to dig through here and try to locate the queen. At least let me know that the queen is here and working. Move my smoker out of the way, it was choking me. Well, it looks like they're storing nothing but nectar down here. Try to do this without squashing any bees, but it can be damn near impossible sometimes. This frame's much lighter. Plenty of bees working it. Hive Beetle or two. Nectar on the inside. So I gotta tell you, I'm not happy in that I'm not seeing evidence of a working queen. Doesn't mean she's not in here, I suppose. This is my first year keeping bees. I'm no expert. I'm not going to do anything about it this late in the season. It's currently about the last week of August, and I don't see any reason to go out and try to find somebody selling a queen this late in the year. I'm going to let these guys go and hope that they manage to make it through the year and that they can make a queen on their own if she's actually not in here. Looks like they're going to be able to store plenty of food for the winter, but I haven't seen any brood whatsoever in here, so that's a little disconcerting. Try to get these guys to go down so I can get the top back on. I didn't see the queen at all, so hopefully I'm not rolling her on this frame here. How many times you guys drop your tool when you're out working on your bees? That's 3 for me so far, and I'm still in hive number 1 for the day. Probably lost a bee or two there. As I said, I'm no expert. I have a heck of time trying to get them to go back in order to close up the hives. Yeah, I've got an awful lot of beetles in there. So the way these traps work is they sit down in between the frames. This part goes over the top of the frame. Put my glove up. Top has these holes that the bees can't get into, but the beetles can. Bees chase the beetles down through those holes. Then you fill this with some kind of an oil, olive oil, some sort of cooking oil. I don't know what I have here. It didn't have a label, but I pulled it out of the kitchen cabinet. And that will drown and kill your beetles. They don't climb back out, and the bees don't drown inside either. It's not the easiest thing to do with gloves on either. Go ahead and put that there. And then since I'm out here, I'm going to give a pollen patty to go with all the 2-to-1 sugar water we've been feeding. A little bit of a fire in my smoker there. I don't know if the camera picked that up. Got these pollen patties that I store in the fridge. I believe they came from I'm not sure who I got those from. Might have been Man Lake, might have been Brushy Mountain. I know I picked them up earlier this summer at the Mother Earth News Conference that was held in Hagerstown, Maryland. And that's that hive done. Again, not happy at all with the number of hive beetles that I've got going in there. Not sure if these traps are going to be enough to take care of them. I'm going to have to do some research, see if there's another way to take care of them. I don't like using chemicals, so I'll have to see what I can do, but follow along and we'll see if we can make it through my first winter. I'm Andy.
I'm Tia.
Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to subscribe.
And hit the bell icon to subscribe so that you get notifications when we post new videos.
And don't forget the thumbs up.
Thanks.
Thank you.